All right, folks, what's going on? This is episode 349 of the First and Frame Rate Show. I hope you guys had a great weekend. I had a pretty good weekend myself, to the point where when I got in, I did not start recording this show. So I'm doing it this morning. So hopefully you guys are attentive and ready to hear what I got to say. I got a pretty loaded show today, talking about Desmond Ridder. We're going to talk about his performance or his presence at rookie minicamp, because they had rookie minicamp this past weekend, and it was pretty interesting to say the least. If you have been watching the Atlanta Falcons Twitter, you pretty much have seen what Desmond Ridder has been doing. Some of the passes has been really nice. His mechanics look really good. I'm actually impressed on how well he's been throwing the ball. And I know this is a small sample of anything. It doesn't mean that he's going to be the top rookie or the top quarterback in the NFL. But this is a very good start to what you want to see when one quarterback leaves. A legendary quarterback, a Hall of Fame quarterback leaves one organization, and you turn around and get another quarterback in this place. You want to see this type of performance or this type of production or just this type of player to be in your on your team. So we're going to talk about what Desmond Ridder did or didn't do. We're going to look at this article from Atlantic.com, and we're going to skim through this article, talking mostly about Desmond Ridder and what our thoughts and opinions are. So I think this is going to be a really good show. Hopefully you guys will hang around and give me some feedback. If this is your first time here, welcome to the First and Frame Rate Show. I am VF Baller. Over here we talk about Georgia Southern and Atlanta Falcons football. Once again, there's no Georgia Southern football news to talk about, but please be patient. We're going to get back into talking about those things. As a matter of fact, I have a video concerning another transfer that's leaving Georgia Southern, going to another team. I'm going to give my thoughts and opinions about that person who transferred to another school. Be on the lookout for that video later on today. But for right now, we're going to talk more about these Atlanta Falcons, this football team. They look like they're in the right direction, no doubt about that. If you want to listen to this outside of YouTube or Rumble, I am on Anchor, Stitcher, Spotify, Google, and Apple Podcasts. So you can find any of your avenues to listen if you don't want to, watch the show and you want to listen at your own leisure. All right, let's look at this article in the Atlantic. We're going to look at this real quick, but I'm very impressed with what Desmond Ridder has been doing so far. I mean, he comes in and he's already telling people, yo, you done effed up because he's been drafted so late. And he's ready to go. And the fact that he is coming in a situation where he's going to have some targets to throw to, he's going to look like he's going to have a decent running back behind him. The offensive line is, we already know how the offensive line is. I think his offense is in pretty decent hands. Now, I still feel like the defense may be the cornerstone of this team, which we'll talk about at a later time. But there's no doubt that what they're building here, what they're putting together here, looks pretty good. Now, the last 2 days, they were on, I think it started Friday. They were on doing rookie minicamp. And what Desmond Ridder has been doing as far as throwing the ball, looking really clean as slinging the ball around the field, I know it's very light work. Now, I'm not sitting here just waving the pom-pom saying, "Oh, this guy's the next best thing coming." I mean, that's not even it's not even logical to say that. But you have to take into account now, if you're a football head and you're looking at all the small details, he looks like the quarterback. He looks like a quarterback that should have been taken in the first round. He looks like a quarterback that looked like he was ready to go. Playing in top competition at a Group of 5 school, playing against these other Power 5 schools, and even beating them and competing at a high level. Why not, take a chance on a guy like this? And it looks like the Falcons possibly did the right thing by getting this guy late in the third round. Well, mid-third round. And it looks like, for the most part, this team is going to be on point. Now, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to take out this image right here. Let me see if I can take this image out right here. And I'm going to put in here we go. And we're going to put in the article. And this is an article from Atlantic.com. I'll have the link down in the description so you can read it for yourself, because it has a spotlight on all the rookies that have been drafted So you can not only just look at whatever you can see about Drake, Desmond Ridder, you can hear about Drake London, Jordan Schaefer, Tyler Algier. Like all of the guys are in this article if you want to really read what this says. So just going to skim through this. Basically, Desmond Ridder pulled us over. He's talking about Drake London here. Desmond Ridder pulled over Drake London and said, we messed up a lot today. and that's the part of being a rookie day one. But he brought us over there and like, we got to get this shit together. Excuse my language, but that's just the leader that he is. So he's basically telling Drake London, hey, look, this is our first day here. And we didn't do very well. But we got to get it together if we're going to be on this team. And obviously they're going to give him a shot. They're going to be on the team, but they're going to, they got to get it together if they're going to compete at a high level. 53 players participated in an Atlanta rookie minicamp this week, including the Falcons, 8 draft picks, 13 undrafted free agents, and 26 tryout players, and 6 players that are already on the roster. Now, I wonder who are the 6 players that are already on the roster that was at rookie minicamp. Now, that's interesting to hear about the 6 players that were already on the roster. I want to know who those guys were. All the participants staying in the dormitories at the team practice facility was London Ridder, Tyler Algier, and tight end John Fitzpatrick. They're rooming together. That's pretty cool, having those guys rooming together. So you got basically the quarterback, the running back, the wide receiver, and Fitzpatrick is the tight end, right? Yeah, Schaefer is the lineman. So John Fitzpatrick is the tight end. So you got these 4 guys trying to, they're going to be bonding and gelling together. That's pretty dope. That's pretty cool. London says, we've been going over plays, chopping it up. Ridder is just like me. We're on the same mission. We're happy that we came in together. Along with emerging as a team leader in the last 2 days of his professional career, Ridder has been making sure his suite mates are up and at the team facility early. So he's already getting these guys together. He's already getting them together early in the morning, make sure they're there. Fitzpatrick said, I told Desmond not to be so loud in the morning. He's like jumping around the room. I don't know. He's just loud. I had to tell him to be quiet down. He's like a bull in a china shop. I don't even know what to say. He said he'll work on it. A combined hour of Friday and Saturday practice was open to the media. That included 11-on-11 walkthrough snaps, but no one-on-one work, which makes it all impossible to get a feel for things that were question marks for the players coming into the draft. Things like London's speed and Ridder's accuracy. And, now here's Arthur Smith talking. He's always saying stuff like this. We're going to build these guys up. I view it as really more of a rookie orientation. We're not in pads. We're not tackling. We're not doing one-on-ones. There's a lot of more of it is mental. They wouldn't be out here if we didn't think they had the physical skill set. But if you do get to evaluate how they can take things, and we're teaching them to bring it to life on the field. It's not real football until you get into late in July and August. Still, there was some observations to be made and things that we go into learning the first person interviews of the rookie careers. So let's get through the list. Now, this is the list right here. Like I said, you get through Drake London, Arnold Ebiketie. You can, this whole list, guys, they got Troy Anderson, Desmond Ridder. And this is where we're going to stop right here. We're going to talk about Desmond Ridder because all the other guys, you can go through this list. Like I said, the link will be down in the description. You can go and talk. You can read about all the rookies that's been drafted, what they've gone through in this rookie minicamp. But we're focusing on Desmond Ridder today. And this basically says that Desmond Ridder's arm didn't get much work throughout the portions of the practice, but his voice did. During 11-on-11 drills Friday, Ridder could be heard from 50 yards away barking at his teammates to get set multiple times. Now, if you're a Falcons fan, you already know what that's kind of we can make that a reference into what? Get set. Matt Ryan, Mohamed Sanu, get effing set. So you already know you got a guy already that's already trying to get this offense on point. Ridder's vocal leadership is one of the characteristics we like about him, Smith said. If he got here and was mute, I'd be a little concerned. I guess he passed day one. Ridder acknowledged that he was unhappy with the team's first practice. Where am I? Okay. I'm not going to say that I was thrilled with today, but today we went a lot better than yesterday, he said. So he felt like they got better than the day before. Ridder had between 5 and 7 video conference sessions with the Falcons quarterbacks and Drake London Coach Charles London before arriving to minicamp. He said so. He's already been talking with the quarterbacks coach, which is good. This is the type of stuff you want to hear. You want a guy that's already trying to be in tune with what the team is doing, and to be honest, it kind of starts with the quarterback coach. It doesn't start with the offensive coordinator. It doesn't necessarily start with the offensive other offensive coordinators like the tight end or receiver and running back coach. No, it doesn't start with the head coach, even if the head coach is an offensive minded guy. If you're a quarterback, it's going to start with that first coach right there, that quarterback's coach. So he's already been in 5 to 7 video sessions. Look, the draft has been a month ago, a few weeks ago, and he's already, so you're probably talking about once a week at least. And that's incredible. That's cool to know. I'm in the playbook 24/7, and I got it down pretty good. Really. I'm going to repeat that. I'm in the playbook, so I got it down pretty good. All right, we'll see that. That's a stretch. When teammates come up to me and ask questions, I'm able to fire it back real quick for them and understand I have a good grasp for the offense, and that builds trust. Okay, I like that last. I like that last paragraph. And if you've seen any of the clips that's been going on, going around Twitter or around social media, the videos that's been put out, he looks good. He looks really good. He looks way better than I thought he would. I mean, we're looking at a guy that can get the ball out. He's putting the ball in good places. He has some snap on his throws. Got some pop. The ball got some zip and accuracy. I haven't seen him necessarily throw a deep ball yet, but ball placement is definitely there. I would like to see him throw the ball deep to some of these receivers and see what they're willing, see where the ball goes and what can it do, or how well he can get the ball down the field. Because we already know he can run. I mean, he runs at a 4.4, high 4.4, so he can move. He can throw the ball very well as far as ball placement. But when those pads get on and you got to make some decisions on who you're going to throw the ball to first, you got to worry about the pass rush. You got to worry about, who you think is open, who's not. It's going to be a different ball game. Now, I've seen him play in college, and college is totally different than NFL. He always seemed like he was cool and like he was calm and collected. So this is going to be a situation where it's going to be really good if he grasps onto the playbook the way that he say he is. Because I'm of the mindset that you were in the playbook that long, I agree with you. If you're in the playbook that long, you're going to get some things right. There's no doubt about that. I'm not going to sit here and say that it's not. But I will say that's a pretty tall, that's a pretty tall statement to make. That's a big statement. So you got the playbook down pretty good, and you are able to throw back information to your teammates and to let them know that you got a good. But I guess to me, I find it hard to believe. But because getting things together on a playbook or learning the playbook really early is really that's a lot, because NFL playbooks are pretty complicated. We all know that. NFL playbooks are complicated, and for a rookie to come in and get it right away, that's something that I'm not saying it's not possible, but we're talking about in a span of maybe a month, some weeks. So I'm looking like, all right, okay. So I'm kind of figuring, I'm trying to see how well that's going to play out, because I'm of the mindset that I want this to be good. I want this to be a good thing. And I think this is going to be a situation where we're going to be able to watch a quarterback grow once again. Matt Ryan came in, and one of the things, and I don't want to compare the two, but when Matt Ryan came in, Matt Ryan was one of those guys that was talked about highly about how he immediately came in as a rookie and took command of a team. And you have to understand where this team was going through. There was a lot of veterans on the team, a lot of turmoil on the team. And Matt Ryan came in and took command day one, and ended up throwing a touchdown pass his first pass. But that's awesome. But that's not necessarily another story for another day. But we know what happened there. But I will say that if Ridder is coming in trying to do the same thing, and if he can be successful, I think we're in pretty good hands. Now, with the weapons he have, I don't think there's any excuse that he can't complete passes. And I will say that much. There's no excuse that you can't complete passes with Drake London, Kyle Pitts, Auden Tate, Cordell Patterson. I mean, and now we got Brian Edwards. There's no reason that he can't at least complete some passes. Now throw for touchdowns, lead a drive, or all the, that stuff is totally different. But to complete passes with these type of targets, there's no excuse. You should be able to complete, but at the very least, you should not be throwing incompletions. But I like what I see here. And at the end of the day, reading on this article and reading the rest of the guys that were that's in this article as well, it seemed like it's a lot of hype, a little bit of hype in the article, but it just shows you that we have guys on this team that lives up to it. Drake London, Ebikete, Tyler Algier, Malone, Troy Anderson. Even the two guys from Georgia, Schaefer and Fitzpatrick. We got guys that can, we got guys here that can live up to the hype. And really, that's all that you really want to you want. You want guys that at least live up to the hype, or at least live up to the expectations of being competent, and decent football players. And reading this gives me, and not only just reading this about Desmond Ridder, but watching those clips of him throwing the ball. I mean, it gives me a lot more sanity. It calmed my nerves down a little bit, because I thought there was going to be a situation where, oh my God, another rookie quarterback, Matt Ryan is somebody totally different. I don't know how he's going to live up. And like I said, it's only 2 days. So I don't know what's really going to happen, but I will say that I'm more content now. Not only with just this situation with Desmond Ridder, but with other rookies as well. So as I close, I will say this. Watching the clips and knowing what I know now, I think we got a pretty good situation here. This quarterback could be the quarterback of the future. Desmond Ridder looks excellent, based on what we're hearing and what we're seeing. This is what the transition that you would want to have. There's no drama when it comes to changing, one quarterback to the next, because one quarterback is already gone. It couldn't happen any better. So I can't wait to see what happens with him and the other rookies as well. So it's going to be really interesting to see. If you like this commentary, hit the like button, share this podcast, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Let people know what I'm doing over here. Hit that share button, send it to people, hit the like button. And also, if you don't like what you see, think some things need to change, hit the dislike button, and also give me some feedback on what I need to do better. On the Apple or any other podcast avenue, give me a 5-star or a high star rating on those avenues, and give me some feedback as well. And like I said, the more feedback you give, the more ratings that you give, the likes, dislike, the star rate, the more eyes will see this. So what that means is more people will get to see what we're doing. Also, it'll create a bigger family over here at First and Frame Rate, so you have more people to interact with. So it all helps at the end of the day, because we're getting close to the football season, and more eyes are going to be trying to see what's going on with the Falcons anyway, especially if we got a quarterback and other rookies that are possibly that's going to live up and or play well. So that's going to help in the long run. All right, y'all. Hopefully you guys enjoy your Monday. Hopefully everything will go well. And I appreciate you guys. Thank you for all the viewership on the previous videos. I cannot thank you guys enough. All right, y'all. I'll see you guys on the next one. Enjoy your Monday. I'll see you then on Tuesday. All right, y'all. Peace.